Welcome back to Dub Club. It's Izzy and Taras, as usual. Today we got a few things for you guys. I just kind of wanted to make this video about information about my engine pretty much. So I started to make a few different videos on it. I tried the first time and noticed there was something wrong with one of the mains, I think, or something like that. So I got a different block. Started the process of building that block, and then I noticed one of the cylinders was scored. So every time I was pretty much making a video of it, and it just kind of was just getting ruined because I couldn't finish out the project. So I decided to just kind of halt on the video and then just kind of take my time and find a good block. I ended up finding a good block. I ended up building it, not on camera unfortunately, but I mean, you already saw Taras build his engine, same exact process. It's sitting right there. I just got to put the oil pan on it and a few other accessories, then it's ready to drop in the car. I only have to do the fuel lines on the car, and then that wiring harness has to go in, and eventually I'll start like pretty much fixing up whatever needs to be done on the Mark IV, and then the rest of the stuff.
And I'm going to show you all the progress I had on the car off camera as well, as usual. You know how it is. But yeah, it's pretty much a bunch of boring stuff that I did that kind of made the car look a lot better. So
we finally got the engine in.
Yeah, I did. I got the engine in. I don't have a video of that. It was what, 4 o'clock in the morning?
It was 4 a.m. and it was a pretty tough day. I forgot to put in the oil squirters on the block. Totally admit, like they were out of sight. They were like kicked under something, and then I had to take apart the whole, like everything, the whole bottom end, to put them back in, and then we ended up putting his engine and trans in. Or yeah, not the rest of it, but so he still has to do the wiring on it and stuff like that. So
yeah, so I still have to do the wiring on the engine, and I still got to do the all-wheel drive swap. I'm gonna try to get that knocked down. I'm gonna try to get that knocked out within like a week or so, because I got an appointment with the exhaust shop to build a full exhaust for me. So I gotta have that drive shaft and everything there so that nothing interferes once it's all on. Yeah, so let's do this.
That's the toolbox. That's the engine right there. Sync.
I don't gotta do that. I'm better than that. I said I'm better than that, boy.
Okay guys, so this is the 180. It is, the paint job on the block is horrible. I do apologize for that. I did have to rush because I have a tuning day coming up soon. And like I said earlier in the intro, pretty much I ran into a lot of issues with a lot of different blocks. It is very dirty. I still have to powder coat the valve cover, and I stripped my turbo and my intake manifold. Pretty much got to powder coat everything. It'll look pretty decent once it's inside the engine bay, because most of the bottom part over here won't really show. All I have to do left on it is put the accessories on that bracket right there. I got to get a seal for the thermostat housing. PCV stuff, and then the oil pan on, as well as the rear main and the clutch and stuff like that. That I can knock out pretty quickly, but I'm just kind of just waiting on the parts right now. I still got to get the timing belt and some of the seals, but the oil pan's hopefully going on tonight. Got the cams and everything, so pretty much it's a done motor. There's really nothing to do with it other than slap it in the car. And I just actually got to put the engine brackets on. And I'm pulling a trans off of my buddy's car to put in this one, because I was running a longer gear trans, which wasn't really that fun. But yeah, stay tuned. I'm gonna start recording the progress from here on, just because now I know there's not really much issues I can run into. It's just I was getting really frustrated with just getting footage of me pretty much messing up, or pretty much just finding stuff that I didn't really see when I picked up the blocks. So hopefully nothing goes wrong from now on. I don't think anything will, though. You think anything will go wrong? Hopefully I don't strip anything.
Anything's possible, man.
Anything's possible, yeah, but it doesn't seem like anything's gonna go wrong from now. So yeah, so me and Taras are pretty much 80 to 90% there. I'm 90% there. Taras is like,
I'm more of an 80.
He's like an 80% there pretty much. But his car is coming along together.
It's coming along together.
I don't know what happened with the camera there. It's pretty much done. We just got to do some minor stuff.
Yeah, the rear windshield's in and everything.
Yeah, as we mentioned, the engine is inside the car, and the trans is, we just need to put the drive shafts and stuff like that. He did run into some issues actually with the, I don't know if you can see it in there. Let me see if I can shine a light on it. Not too sure.
This light
is so bad.
Great.
Hold on, give us a second, guys. We got it. So right over there, the top left hole does not line up with the trans. Neither does the hole for the starter itself. That little spacer plate is meant for a front wheel drive, and this is an all wheel drive trans. We're not sure if there's slack, but I don't think there's slack. Like Taras said, like all the bolts are in and they're all in the dowel pins. So we do have to kind of grind the holes out a little bit to fit the starter, but other than that, we haven't had too many issues with it.
Maybe that happened from letting it sit in vinegar for 3 months.
It warped it. Yeah, he had that plate sitting in vinegar for 3 months, and the results on the vinegar were pretty catastrophic. I don't want to show you guys, because then we'll be flagged on YouTube for like gore or something. But yeah, he's got pretty much, what, like, would you say 70–80% of the engine wired up?
No, I have like 10%.
Oh, okay. It looks like you got wired up more. I haven't. I've been trying to focus on my stuff. So I have to do coolant lines and stuff.
Yeah, you know how it be. Pretty fun.
Pretty fun.
I have no idea where half these plugs go because I didn't take them off.
But, did you find a write-up on it?
I did.
Find a write-up on it.
Every single plug in the bay.
Yeah. So you're gonna follow that pretty much. It's all coming along together pretty well. This car looks clean as well. So one day I'll get my mark for that. Right? This thing is really clean so far. I do apologize. My car is pretty crappy at the moment. So we'll eventually go on.
Yeah, the usual.
Yeah. Stay tuned. We'll keep on recording our progress. Okay. Yeah, we'll keep on recording our. So we'll keep on recording our progress as we go along. Like I said, I'm gonna keep taking videos of the progress I'm doing, even though it's not that much. But the engine build, I mean, you already saw that on Taras's video. It's the exact same steps. Yeah, stay tuned.
Hello.
Oh, we're supposed to end it.
All right, so I got a lot of the body panels on the car. The doors are completely assembled. The trunk lid's on, obviously, taillights, everything like that. So it looks like a car now, for once. I also undercoated and seam sealed this bottom seal over here on the quarter panel since it was replaced. I just made sure that it was good, cleaned out all the rust, and sealed that up. I put some Port 15 paint on there, and I undercoated the wheel wells so they're nice and black and protected. I'm going to be putting the Eclipse together. The first thing I want to do is get the rear bumper on, which means I want to undercoat underneath the rear bumper and fix up all the sealant in there, maybe put some new seam sealer in wherever it needs to be, and get the taillights on, and the rear end's going to be pretty much all together. And after that, I'm going to move on to the doors. Alright guys, so as you can see, there's some cracks here and there in the original seam sealer. So I'm just going to go over it with just a layer of new sealer. And after I get that sealer on here, I'm going to go ahead and undercoat probably from here down everything. Make it look a little better and last a little longer. Alright, so first time closing this trunk, let's hope the taillights don't get broken and it actually closes. So right now I'm just going to go ahead and move on to getting that door assembled. It's pretty much just a bare shell right now, so I got to put the window and all the controls and stuff like that in there. Yeah, so I got this side of the body undercoated and cleaned up. The other side I still got to do, and I will get that on video. And for the trunk, I got the battery in here, all wired up, got the ground, all looking pretty good. I'm pretty happy with how that's coming out. And then I also built that bracket for the fuse box to hold it here, right next to the battery.
So we were able to get the rear main seal in. It was a little bit of an issue because this has like barely any room, but kind of snuck it in there, torqued them down. And now just to put the oil pan on, and then I'm pretty much done for today. I have nothing else I can put on. Maybe just the oil filter housing and everything. But that's about it for my engine.